So get ready for the not only the other control mechanisms that I've been talking about, that Zombie Farmer's been talking about, that you are seeing for yourselves, again, such as where you can go, when you can go, how you have to be dressed, what attire you have to have, what accoutrements you have to have, what you can buy, what you can't buy, what's available, what's not. The price is skyrocketing on the foods that are available, which are scarce. You know, unlawful police actions for people that are not following these rules and guidelines. You're seeing all of this stuff. You're seeing this Chinese police state right here in the United States. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All present and accounted for. Hey everybody, Real World Prepper. Had to clip the girls' wings yesterday. One of them flew the coop. I knew we were going to have to do that anyway, but we did. We had to. Watch out, that kitty. That kitty's staying right under my foot there. She's up there somewhere. And so how are you guys doing today? Well, I hope. If you guys saw Zombie Farmer's video earlier, then you heard that he touched on something that took place with both of us yesterday, and I would surmise, although I don't know this for sure, but I would surmise that it happened with many other of the content creators that talk about what's happening like we do, that talk about truth as we know it, that talk about God, that talk about Christ, you know, that try and expose some of the things that are going on in our world right now, in the United States, in the government, you know, the way of things, the way that things are going, what we've been talking about, you know, truth-telling. Meanwhile, at the same time, we could easily access other channels, shill channels, channels that are half-truths, if not downright lies. We both did this in real time. I discovered it first when I clicked on my channel to respond to a comment. I try and respond, or at least thumbs up or acknowledge every comment. I know I miss some. You know, I don't get to do every one of them, but I try. It takes me a few days sometimes to catch up on one given video. So, at any rate, it was yesterday probably about this time, and like I say, I was going to go respond to a comment, and my channel wasn't there. And so I kept reloading and reloading, and I even went in a couple different ways, and I logged out and went in a couple different ways, and I was flabbergasted. So I called Zombie Farmer, and I asked him, I said, hey buddy, if you've got a minute, do me a favor and see if you can get on my channel. And his first words was, holy smokes. I said, it's not there. He said, what about mine? I said, I hadn't tried, let me try. So I did. Here's what I saw on his. I'm going to show you, look here. Screenshot it right here. This channel does not have any videos. And I didn't think about it. I was so flabbergasted when it took place on my own that I didn't do any screenshots of my own. However, Zombie Farmer did a screenshot of pulling up my channel on his television, and here that is. As you can see, the channel header, but blank boxes where the videos should be. So anyway, this went on for several minutes while we were on the phone. We kept checking, we kept logging out, logging back in, looking at it offline, or rather signed out, as well as signed back in. And then I have a personal account that's tied to a different email address that's not Real World Prepper, you know, and I logged into that and tried, and for, like I say, for several minutes we couldn't access it, and couldn't access our channels, and there were several in my subscription list that I couldn't access that were not there, and but other things were accessible, and so of course immediately we thought, well, here we go, you know. We've heard these tech giants, media moguls, social media entrepreneurs, and board of directors and leaders and et cetera, talk about how they're going to make a deliberate effort to scrub the internet of false information, what they determine to be false information. You know, that just goes to show you what's happening. That just goes to show you that their intentions, I mean, they're plain as day. They want a particular narrative to be told. And that's the narrative they're going to tell. And that's the narrative you and I are going to be able to see and hear and watch. Soon enough, anyway. Now, yes, if you're watching this video, that means my channel is back online. And it was within a few minutes. And like Zombie Farmer said in his video, he had heard that there were some saying, oh, they were just beta testing the 5G rollout as it pertains to you know, the YouTube channels and all that stuff. Maybe, I don't know, maybe. But you would think they'd have this stuff worked out enough to where, you know, the channels wouldn't go literally offline, look like there was no content there, you know. I don't know what that was, and it doesn't matter if it was this or not, because that is coming. It will be 1984, Ingsoc. It will be that you will be told what to think, what to believe, what is the official narrative, what is expected of you in terms of what you believe and what you know. You know, and you'll be told, just like with this whole crisis that we're going through right now, you're being told how far to stand apart. You're being shown what you can buy and what you cannot buy, how much of it you can buy, where you can go, where you can't go, what steps you have to take to be able to go, such as face protection and things of that nature. You're also being told, mostly for many people, stay your butts at home. So it's just, it's scary times, folks. And, you know, it's not going to recover from this. It's not going to get better. It's not going to improve, and all of a sudden we're going to be like, woohoo, you know, it's summer vacation, summer break, spring break, whatever you want to call it. You know, those days are over, baby. It's not coming back to that. So meanwhile, what do? Well, we keep doing what I've been talking about, what Zombie Farmer's been talking about, what so many other good ones on this platform have been talking about, and that is to prepare. Building your communities. More than anything, you need to be praying to God Almighty. If you've got a relationship with God, if you are with Christ and He dwells within you and you follow Him, and none of us are perfect Christians. I fail daily, minute by minute, you know, and I try, though. I try, you know, I do. But that's all we've got to rely on right now. Now, God doesn't expect us to just lay down and wait for Him to come save us. He gave us a brain. He gave us abilities. He gave us critical thinking skills. Many of us, anyway. And He intends for us to be beacons of light in this darkness. He intends for us to share the message of Him and His salvation while we still can. That is the goal. Once every man, woman, child on earth has heard the message and been given the opportunity to know Christ, that is when it's all going to come down. Because then everyone will have had the chance to make their choice. So make your choice right if you haven't already. And meanwhile, because that day, that time draws really near, I truly believe. I mean, we're seeing the signs of it. You know, if you know anything about what the Bible has to say, what God has to say about what these days will look like, there's no doubt we're looking at them. So that tells me, and then not to mention the fact that you just know that you know, missionaries all over the world have been all over the world sharing the gospel. You know, not to say that every man, woman, child has heard it to this point. I don't know that, but we're awful close, ladies and gentlemen. So get ready for the not only the other control mechanisms that I've been talking about, that Zombie Farmer's been talking about, that you are seeing for yourselves. Again, such as where you can go, when you can go, how you have to be dressed, what attire you have to have, what accoutrements you have to have, what you can buy, what you can't buy, what's available, what's not. The price is skyrocketing on the foods that are available, which are scarce. You know, unlawful police actions for people that are not following these rules and guidelines. You're seeing all of this stuff. You're seeing this Chinese police state right here in the United States. So not only is all that coming down the pike, you know, but they're going to stifle the information. You know, it is alternative information and alternative media sources. It is YouTube. It is things like that where you can find other perspectives, you can find truths, you can find, you know, you can look at the left side of things, you can look at the right side of things, you can look right up at the middle, you can look at the fringe out on the edges, you can look at the real straight and narrow. You can put it all together, and through God's discernment, through the discernment of the Holy Spirit, you know, He will show you what it is He wants you to know. He will show you the truths that He intends to reveal to you at that time. And when that goes away, that's going to be one big crippling effect for those of us who are seeking the truth, and more importantly, trying to share the truth. I'm not moving to any other platform or anything like that. You know, I've had a lot of people mention, oh, BitChute and DLive and this, that, and the other, and you know, I've got a Patreon account, and that's, I appreciate those of you that are over there supporting me over there. It's few, but I appreciate it. I do. You know, when they do cut it all off, I won't be here. You know, they're going to cut me off, and that's fine. You know, God called me to come and share this message on this platform, so that's what I'm doing. And if He calls for that time to end, He's going to end it, you know. And I'm okay with that because I trust in the Lord. And I hope you guys do too. And that's really all I've got right now. I'm the Real World Prepper. Keep a lookout. Keep your head on a swivel. Make sure somebody's got your six, and you should have somebody's six too. We can't do this alone. Look over your shoulder. Pay attention to what's going on. Pay close attention to what's going on. Ask for discernment on anything that you hear. Question everything, because the lies are abundant and it's only about to get worse. They are doubling down. I'm the Real World Prepper, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Maybe I'll see you the next time. We'll see.